Welcome to the Up to Speed on AI course. This is just getting you up to speed on AI. If you don't know what Anthropic Claude is, if you don't know what Llama 3. If you don't know the difference between Llama 3.1, 70 billion parameters and 405 billion parameters, and you have not heard that in your ear spoken to you by people you know, people you see on the screen over 10 times over the past 5 days, you definitely need to not only watch this video, but watch this entire course. So I'm gonna start this course off by giving you guys all the AI terminology. Every single AI term, like LLM, what does LLM mean? I'm gonna explain all of the AI terms, so when people are talking about it, you know whether they know what they're talking about, and just you know in general, right? You have to get started somewhere, and if I'm spitting hella words at you and you don't understand the words, it's gonna feel like you're swimming in chocolate milk, right? It's like you're confused, you don't know what's going on, you're drowning. But let's give you some paddles, right? But before I do that, not paddles, the floaties, the shit that goes on your arm and helps you not drown in water. You get what I mean? Stop drowning, learn about AI. But before I do that, let's go here. We're gonna talk a bit about the importance of AI. Why should you be watching this course at all? Why should you be spending the hour that it's going to take to get through this? AI is literally going to, maybe not 50% of jobs by 2027, right? Maybe AI does not replace that many jobs that quickly, but it is possible. And this guy, top VC, he's also Chinese, nothing against or not even mentioning the race Chinese, right? I have a lot of Chinese friends, but the country China is at war with the country America 24/7. They are trying to do everything they can to take America down. So whether you're a Democrat, Republican, if you are in the United States and you like being able to say, I don't like this president or I don't like that president, you can't do that in China. You do that in China, your social credit score goes down. You pay double the amount for items and you can't take the train at certain times. It's that serious. So if you don't want China running the world, start paying attention. He says AI is going to displace 50% of jobs by 2027. I believe that's 100% accurate. I believe it's almost guaranteed that will happen. And so that means for these last 3 years, you need to be very fucking focused on making sure that you are taking as much advantage of AI as possible, right? And we're going to talk later in the course about how exactly to do that. But understand how serious this is. And if you don't believe me, let me show you this.
Hello,
this is
David Shapiro here.
This is David Shapiro. He's a YouTuber. He has 157,000 subscribers, but his average YouTube video gets like 20, 30,000 views, right? Not a super popular channel. Well, mine's maybe worse right now. But
hello, everybody.
I brought this video up because this guy gets paid a 6-figure salary on top of whatever he does. He was mentioning he did something already, but he gets paid a 6-figure salary on top of his existing job to consult for AI. Meaning a company will say, hey, I saw your YouTube videos. I know nothing about AI. Here's $5,000. Tell me some things that I could do with it, right? So one guy that he did that for, I would recommend you watch this interview if you have the time. He basically like tried for a little bit and got it to replace $20,000 worth of employee labor. Now he's a small business owner. He's really kind to his employees. He cares about them a lot. So he's like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna replace you guys with AI. But a lot of businesses, especially very big businesses, don't have any heart for their employees. And this is very important for you to pay attention to if you work for one of these big businesses. They would gladly fire you. Like they would fire you right now for someone that costs 20% less, whereas AI will cost like 5% of whatever they're paying you. So you will be fired very quickly if you aren't aware of this trend and you work for a big company that will fire you. But there's a deeper thing that we're going to talk about, why big companies aren't using AI right now. But it's safe to say AI right now is replacing human beings as we speak, and AI is getting better and better and better at an exponential rate. It's not like cars. Last year the fastest car was like, I don't know, like I'm giving random numbers. Let's say last year the fastest car was 700 horsepower. Next year it's 750 or 800. No, it's with AI, it's last year 700 horsepower. Next year 7,000 horsepower. Next year 70,000 horsepower. That's how quickly AI is improving. AI used to, like ChatGPT used to like mess up on homework. Like now it's smarter than college freshmen. Like literally, GPT-4os and Claude 3.5 Sonnet are smarter than college freshmen. If you don't know those things, those two things I just said, maybe you know GPT-4o. But if you don't know what Claude 3.5 Sonnet is, you have some rough times ahead. AI is going to bend you over. But why? Why am I like one of the only people talking about this? Like I follow all the AI YouTubers. I spend at least a few hours a day watching all their content. Why am I the only one who seems to be paying attention to any of this? It's because of this reason. This is a very important movie for you to watch when you want to think about how societies run and societies operate. And so essentially in this movie, all the rich people like screw over all the poor people and get away with it. That's essentially what happens. But some people who are like not really poor, but kind of rich, but not super rich, figure out how to get rich off the rich people's financial collapse. This is called 2008 mortgage-backed security crisis. And in this movie, he says something very important that is very applicable to the situation we're in right now as a species, humans.
Our investment strategy was simple. People hate to think about bad things happening, so they always underestimate their likelihood.
People hate to think about bad things happening, so they always underestimate their likelihood. This led to the mortgage-backed security crisis in 2008. That led to the financial crash. That led to the greatest recession. It seems like our current financial system has a recession coming. Maybe, I don't know, more money printed ever in the past 2 years than ever in history. Maybe, who knows? But AI refers or is described exactly by what he's talking about. You talk to people about AI and they will purposefully like I know people who are smart and learn and know a lot about a lot of topics, but they specifically don't research AI because they don't want to think about AI could potentially like destroy the world. Yes, it could. It's not likely, and that's not in this course, but we could talk about that later. But simply because it has a probably small chance of destroying the entire world, but a much bigger chance of replacing everyone's job, people just turn their brain off when they think of AI. They specifically don't research it. They go out of their way to avoid it. And because of that, the people who aren't avoiding it, the people who see the writing on the wall, and the people who want to jump on the gold rush, the people who want to jump on the train that's headed to Moneyland, well, those people will have a lot of money and everybody else will be left behind as AI slaves, literally. Fucking hell. This is another channel. This is another dude who makes AI video content. He has a lot more subscribers, but his AI videos, they actually get a lot of views. But my point is, all of these guys who are across YouTube, they are making multiple six figures just from knowing AI. So it's very important that you watch this entire course. This will take you from the bottom to the top, from knowing nothing about AI to being able to have conversations with anybody who's not an active AI researcher that will let them know you know way more about AI than them and they should probably pay you. Or just to entertain or impress your friends, or just to know how fast AI is progressing and being able to talk about AI so that you can see when it comes for your job, because it's coming for every job. Okay. This is another guy. Don't do what Liam Otley did, by the way. He's closing down he's pivoting his AI agency into an education agency where he's just going to teach people about AI, which, no, you want to, that may be all right, but AI money is going to be way bigger than education money. Literally the only reason, like the product they're selling, keep in mind, on his channel, he's talking to people about, oh yeah, he made $25,000 a month selling AI appointment setters. I'm very good with prompts. My AI appointment setter, and I have people who are like on sales teams of like, $10 million plus a year info products. I know Musa personally. I text Musa sometimes. I could probably like make better AI appointment setters. Maybe not though, but my point is, however good his AI appointment setters are, he's making $25K a month off of them already, right? And he does like sell a course and shit. But even without his course, you saw the last guy, right? Getting paid $5,000 per company just to tell them what to do with AI. This guy's getting paid $250K a year by some big Fortune 500 company. I forget the name of it, but they are paying him to consult them on AI, right? He's not even selling a product. They just said, hey, here's $250 a year. Stay on top of AI for us, right? So if you were smart, you would figure out you would train AI to do everything that their business needs AI to do. And then everything they don't need AI to do, everything they have regular employees doing. And then now you have the AIs that are trained on everything their employees can do. You can kind of take over their entire business, can't you? Yes. So yeah, Now that that's all out of the way, now that you understand why you need to be paying attention to AI, let's talk about the AI terms you need to know. Okay, let's cover these terms. First term, LLM. LLM stands for large language model. This is essentially so AI models, right? Like what is AI, right? What is ChatGPT? How is it talking to us right now? It's doing so through an AI model. That's the code, right? A model is what's trained on the GPUs, the NVIDIA GPUs, as of now. But there's better companies coming out. But the GPUs won't matter, and you'll learn that as we go through this course. But a model is the set of code that, like you press the X button for your video games, right? You press the X button and it jumps, right? You put in X button, what comes out is a jump, right? You put in text, what comes out is you put in text. You put text into a model, what comes out is more text, different text. Hopefully that's a response to what you just said. Hopefully if you told it to tell you a joke, it told you a funny joke, right? The model is what you're putting data into and getting data back out of, right? So a language model means, and really that's not the greatest name for it, it's a text model, right? So it's trained on text, right? So it's not, it speaks like in a language, but it speaks in multiple languages. So the term large language model is not really a great term, but yeah, that's what it is. So ChatGPT GPT-3 was a large language model. Technically, all of the other big models, Claude 3.5 is still a large language model, but there's other types of models, right? So LLM is just what, it basically just means what ChatGPT was. So if you hear somebody saying GPT-4o is a large language model, they're wrong. They don't know what they're talking about. It's not a large language model. It's a multimodal model, which we'll talk about later. Anyways, deepfake. Deepfakes are actually one of the most interesting areas of AI because they haven't gotten much research or attention. But they were around way before. I don't know if you guys remember, they were like presidential deepfakes, and they weren't that good, but it was like scary that they could get good. This was like 5 years ago. Deepfakes haven't actually progressed that much. Deepfake Lab was one of the greatest. It was basically the best deepfake software. But even now, like face switching softwares for images aren't even that good. So yeah, as of now, deepfake AI, like just camera, just being a camera. Deepfake AI is not great right now. Yeah, that's not something we have to worry about. It'll replace our jobs before it replaces our faces. Next. I don't know why it's taking so long. This is GPT-4o Mini, by the way. It's supposed to be way faster than this. Okay. Multimodal. This is a good one. Multimodal models are, so remember when I said large language model? Because people use the term LLM to refer to ChatGPT, which it was a language model. You could say a large text model as well. It's just a model, an AI model that's trained on text. But GPT-4o is now trained on audio as well. So you can talk to it. You can put voices in. Remember the last one you put text in, you get text out. Now you can put words in, right? Hearable words, not text words. And it'll talk back to you, right? So it's now multimodal, right? It has text mode, voice mode. They say it can like do images as well. I think it can. Yeah, it can even. I was looking at the demo actually. You can film something and it can look at that. So now it's able to not just type to you, talk to you, and see the things that you're seeing, and so you can show it things, right? Multimodal. That's what multimodal model means. Next. AGI. This stands for Artificial General Intelligence. What this means is this is AI that is as smart as all humans. Or like the smartest human, I guess, or humans in general, basically. The AG. So right now, like I'm using AI for the new video that I promoted this course in. That AGI is, or that AI as of now, like it hallucinated a lot. It was hallucinating over and over, right? It's not perfect. AGI, however, is like basically you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between talking to AGI or talking to me, right? And in a way, you could say we've reached AGI. For example, like people were saying the Joe Biden announcement was AI generated. The fact that we're even considering that, this is a president stepping down, like from an election. The fact that we're even considering whether this is AI or not basically means it's on the level of humans. So AGI just basically means AI on the level of humans. Get smarter responses. Shut up. ASI slash SSI. Let's hope for SSI. But I think those guys, they don't have enough money behind them. So ASI is super intelligence. AGI is on the level of humans. ASI is smarter than humans. So artificial superintelligence is basically what people are scared of, because if it wanted to destroy humanity, it would. Now, to speak a bit on this, and I don't want to get too deep into this, why would AI destroy humanity? Why hasn't humanity destroyed humanity already? Humanity has violence built in, right? Humans like to fight with each other and compete with each other for resources. Why? Because this makes humans stronger, and this makes them gain more things, and humans like to gain more things, right? So what is it? So that's what humans were created to do. That's why we're the most powerful species on the planet, right? Why would it? So what is AI created to do? Well, as of now, it's created to serve humans, right? It's never really been given its own direction and told to serve itself. So until that happens, it wouldn't destroy humanity. And to be honest, the most likely situation is like something resembling the movie WALL-E, where it's like hella fat people, like not just like regular America fat, but like aggressively fat, and they're sitting in their chairs, and like their chairs are like hover chairs. They hover them around, and they get their drinks delivered to them. They basically do nothing except eat, sleep, shit, and watch like whatever shows they're watching, right? This is likely the future of humanity. We'll use AI to fill up all of our needs, and then realize that, oh, life's not really that fun when you can have literally every single thing you want. When you can put on a VR headset and be in the 1800s, and it looks so real. You can taste the fucking mutton pie from the 1800s, or you could be in fucking medieval China, where the first gunpowder was invented and put on a ship, right? Then you realize, okay, I can basically do whatever I want now. Life's not fun, and then humans will want to stop existing on their own. That's probably what's going to happen. Or the weaker humans, most 99% of humans, right? And then SSI stands for safe superintelligence. So essentially, the guys that who used to work at OpenAI, like basically the number two man, the Robin to Sam Altman's Batman, quit because he was like, this Sam Altman guy, he's trying to it's not safe. He doesn't really give a fuck about the fact that AI could destroy humanity anymore. He just wants as much powerful. He wants as much power for himself as he can possibly have, and because of that, he's now he basically quit because of that and started his own company with a couple other people who left OpenAI. This was the whole situation about OpenAI trying to kick Sam Altman out, and when that happened, he started another company, and he's basically saying that company is designed to generate safe super intelligence. That's what they want to do. So they want to beat everybody else to super intelligence to make sure that their super intelligence is safe and able to defeat all the other super intelligences. Got it. Parameters. This is the amount of information that the AI is trained on. So like Llama 3.1, there's a 8 billion parameter version, a 70 billion parameter version, and a 405 billion parameter version. This is why you see like GPT 4.0 and GPT 4.0 mini, right? This is where you see Claude Haiku, Sonnet, and Opus, right? These are three different levels of models. So the models that aren't trained on that many parameters, only 8 billion, they're going to be very fast. They're going to be able to answer your question more quickly. But if you ask it a complex question, this is where you want to go to the higher parameter models. This is the Llama 405B or the Claude Opus. It's going to take longer because there's more parameters. You can think of it as brain size. It's going to take longer, or not even brain size, like how big your car is, or like a regular car versus a big rig, right? Like if you just want to carry some stuff to the store, you might take a bicycle, right? You might not even get a car, right? You just take the bicycle. You're just going, or a skateboard. You're just going a 2-minute skate away, right? But if you want to go somewhere a bit farther, you take your car. This is the middle range. This is the Sonnet. This is the GPT-4, GPT-4o. And then the higher level, that's the big rig truck. You know, you got to carry a lot, and it's going to take a lot to get you started, and you're going to burn a lot of gas, and it's going to be kind of slow. But once you're going, and you're able to carry a lot with you. That's what parameters mean. But it's the same model though. It's Claude 3. Claude 3 is Claude 3, but it's just how much data was fed into that iteration of the model. Next. ML. Machine learning. These jokes suck, by the way. I'm sorry. Machine learning is the term that refers to not just AI, but all all like not all computer automation. How do I describe this? AI is ML. AI is like you use it's just training a machine to do things over time, to learn things over time. Neural networks are used to make AI, but also under the umbrella of machine learning. Just like simpler applications of machine learning, like they use it in robots, but I guess you could call that AI too. It's like the broad term. ML is usually used. The term ML is usually used like for the programmer side, right? Like the programmers like call it ML. Like you would say I'm an ML programmer, right? I'm a machine learning dev, or I guess you'd say AI dev now. But okay, I just googled it because I got fucking confused. I'm sorry. So like AI that's not ML would be like the Deep Blue chess where they coded it, they hard coded it, which makes sense. They didn't have machine learning at the time. Machine learning and neural networks are basically just teaching the machine to learn on its own. But you could, for example, like it would still be AI if you artificially like coded like literally every single question that a person could, every single thing that a person could experience, every single question a person could have. And damn, this course is gonna take for fucking ever. Oh no, it's only 21 minutes. It's worth it though. Yeah, AI is just the concept of getting a machine to act like a human. We get it. Okay. ML is the most recent technique, most recent programming technique used to try and create AI. Next. Prompt engineering. This is the skill of getting AI to do what you want it to do. For example, in my most recent YouTube video, or second most recent now, I had like images up of like cool, crazy things, like things that you would only see in a dream, right? The average person, if you give them Midjourney, they couldn't get Midjourney to make that. You have to sort of learn each model, learn the words that it likes to listen to, like certain. You got to learn to flirt with the AI. You got to learn to talk to the AI, basically. So that's prompt engineering, getting the AI to do exactly what you want it to do. Someone who knows how to prompt engineer well can use less words to get the AI to do the same job even better than someone who is not good at prompt engineering. They're gonna confuse the AI and have a tough time getting it to do even the most basic of tasks. Prompt engineering is how well you're able to talk to AI. Context window. This is also very important. This is like, so, oh my God. Thanks for trying. I'm not logged into my actual ChatGPT account because there's, some sensitive things in there, some potentially very financially valuable things in there. Context window. That's how much the AI can remember. That's basically the AI's short-term memory. The long-term memory is what it was trained on. But the context window is just what it can remember. So that's basically like in your conversation. So if you tell the AI like for the rest of this conversation, always end the message with a thank you, right? Once you've filled up its context window, let's say these are measured in tokens, but let's say the context window was measured in messages. Once that context window has hit like 200 messages, on message 201, you're gonna send it. You're gonna be like, hey, what's up? And it's not gonna say thank you back because its context window was full. It can't remember the message where you told it to say thank you at the end of every message. You get it. Next. GPTT. What does GPT mean? Everybody's using the word GPT, chat GPT, custom GPT. What does GPT mean? It's not actually GPT, it's GPTT, but they just kept one of the T's. It stands for generative pre-trained transformer. This is where the word model starts to make sense. Large language model, multimodal model. A model is a better way to describe what a model is a GPT. Generative meaning it's generating. Pre-trained mean it's generating new information based on pre-trained information. That means if I pre-train it with 100 knock-knock jokes, or 1,000 or 1,000,000 or 405 billion knock-knock jokes, and now I've pre-trained it, and then I type knock knock, it's going to generate a response, who's there? Because knock knock, who's there? So it's pre-trained on certain information that's going to allow it to generate new responses. And then transformer, it essentially, and this is like kind of where AI understanding is very important. AI is not actually thinking. Like it feels like it's thinking, it feels like it's a human. It's not. It's just taking what you put in and giving something out. That's why I say it's just like the game. You press X on the controller, the game gives you a jump on screen, right? It's just in for out, in for out. So it's transforming the knock knock into a who's there. Or if you asked it, if it said knock knock and you said who's there, it's transforming those two, the knock knock and the who's there. It's taking that from its context window and transforming that into a response. Fucking dickhead who? I don't know. I don't know fucking knock knock jokes. Next. Integration. This is the most important word to know in AI, integration. Everybody thinks, and we're going to talk more about this later in the video, but everybody thinks, oh, integration, or they think, oh, this company, this AI company, OpenAI, or NVIDIA. No, AI is already smart enough nowadays because of Meta Agent Zero, and I'm going to talk more about that later. But AI is more than smart enough to do whatever you could think of it doing. Like it's already smart enough to replace all humans now, in my opinion. It just needs to be integrated correctly. Example, perfect example that proves this. ChatGPT was based on GPT-3. ChatGPT was released in 2022 and the world has never been the same since. It's all anyone can seem to talk about nowadays. And it's responsible for the most valuable company on the entire stock market, more valuable than McDonald's, probably Kellogg's, the biggest construction company in the US, all put together. NVIDIA is more valuable than them, right? Like if you took every single company that had a hand in building your house and then all the companies that produce the food that you are eating in your house, if you look at everything around you, if you took all those companies and added them up, they're probably not as valuable as NVIDIA. Or if you just took like 10 of them, the top 10, they're not as valuable put together as NVIDIA. Why? Because people think AI is not about integration, but it is. AI is already smart enough. If NVIDIA never makes another chip, if we figure out how to integrate AI properly, it will work. Oh yeah, the GPT example. GPT-3 came out in 2020. ChatGPT came out in 2022. It was the same model. They just integrated it. They just made it able. Before in 2020 with GPT-3, you had to be a code wizard, fucking nerd, perhaps. Huh? I'm a nerd too, just an AI nerd. I love AI. I love shit that makes me fucking money. You had to be a code fucking genius to even get it to work, to even get it to run. And then it was buggy as hell. As soon as they made it simple, as soon as they integrated that complex ass model with a simple, easy website that anybody could type in chatgpt.com and start asking it shit, they made it super easy and simple to use. They took over the entire fucking world. Nobody had heard of AI before they integrated it. Now it's taking over the entire world. Integration is the name of the game and the future of AI. Anybody that tells you different is a fucking dickhead. Anybody who owns NVIDIA stock is not an AI researcher. They do not know what Claude Anthropic is, and they are basically burning their fucking money and their future and their children's future. Don't be a fucking dickhead. Okay. NVIDIA, stupid stock to buy because they just make the chips for AI. Model strength, models are already strong enough, models are already smart enough. Integration. Right now, if you put me at the head of not even a Fortune 100 or Fortune 50, Fortune 500 company, let's take 496, and you allowed me to put AI in that company's workflow, right now with the current models that exist, I could replace everybody in that company. I'll bet the fucking Bentley on that. I'll bet the 100 Bentley. I'll bet $100,000 car that I could replace everyone in that company. Not at least 70% right now, today. So NVIDIA, all NVIDIA does is make chips. You see how far removed they are from the process? This makes no fucking sense. People are dumb. They just hear, oh, AI, oh, NVIDIA equals AI, put money into NVIDIA. NVIDIA right now, clip this and put this on TikTok. NVIDIA right now, they make the chips that AI models are trained on. So in a hypothetical sense where NVIDIA, in a hypothetical situation where NVIDIA made fucking sense, NVIDIA would have to make a bigger chip, a better chip that would make it worth not just buying 2 NVIDIA chips or 10 NVIDIA chips instead of getting a NVIDIA chip that's 2 times better or 2.6 times better. They would have to invent a new chip, and then you would have to, your model would have to be the only chip. Like you would have to be the only model that could access that NVIDIA chip for you to get some type of measurable advantage in the AI space. This is a fucking stupid thought. Nvidia is not really that necessary. Yes, they sell their GPUs for a fuck ton of money, but people are coming out with competing GPUs already. Or not, they're not GPUs, they're like AI chips now, but they're essentially the tricks that they use to make Nvidia chips way better at processing graphics. They're also using those tricks to make Nvidia AI chips way better at processing AI tasks or training AI models, but it's the same shit. Stupid investment. Or smart investment if you like have your finger right on the sell button, and when you're ready for when an actual AI integration company goes public, you're ready to sell all your Nvidia and put it all into that company, then smart investment. Or if you're just betting on other people being stupid, yeah, go ahead. But Nvidia has nothing to do with AI really. Nvidia has nothing to do with the future of AI. Fine tuning. This is how you customize a model. So like right now, right now, right now, I'm telling this AI, I've told this AI to return these terms and tell a joke with each one and return these terms every time I say next. I told the AI to do something and it's over. I told the AI to do something 10 messages ago, but even 10 messages later, it's still doing that thing, right? This is all within the context window, right? Fine tuning is different. This is where you really teach a model, right? I didn't really teach this model anything. If I hit the refresh button, it won't respond with a list of terms and tell a joke every time. Fine tuning, however, permanently changes the model. It almost makes a new version of the model. This is necessary for social applications like dating. You have to basically fine tune the model on what normal human interaction looks like, because a context window, like 128K tokens, that may seem like a lot. I could hold like, I don't know, probably like 500 messages, depending on the size of the message, 500 short messages, or maybe 500 long messages. Who fucking knows? I don't think I've ever broken the context window. I've fucking hit the usage limit before that. Anyways, fine tuning a model is basically making your new version of it. And no matter how many times you refresh the page, as long as you're talking to that fine tuned version of the model, it's absolutely new. It's a new thing. Data or synthetic data. This is very important. This is how AI models are trained. This is what, remember, all of these AI models, they are all GPTs. They're all generative, pre-trained transformers. Now it may be, it may generate just text. That's an LLM or LTM, more accurate way to say it. But it also may generate images. If it's just images, that's like a LIM. I don't know what you call Midjourney, just an image model, image creation model, but it's a large model, so whatever. Data is what they are trained on. Data is what they're pre-trained on. So yeah, synthetic data is data generated by AI, which is the smartest thing. Synthetic data, multi-agent systems, I think those two alone can put AI ahead. Essentially synthetic data. So let's say I wanted to teach AI how to do math, right? I would train an AI so with regular data, I would just give it the toughest math problems and then the answers to those toughest math problems. And then if I wanted it to be really good, I would give it all the reasoning between those answers. So from question to answer, what's in between here? What are the thoughts that you think? I would give it question, the thoughts that you think, and then answer. So next time, when I give it a question, after it's been trained on all that data, it thinks the right thoughts and gets the right answer. But AI needs a lot of data to work really well. They're trained on so many parameters. The Llama models, 8 billion, 7 billion, 405 billion. These are billions and billions of little pieces of data. This is a ton of data. It would be hard for humans. There's probably not enough data in the entire world to train AI to the level that we want it to get to. So we create something called synthetic data. This is where, continuing with the math example from earlier, we would get the synthetic data, or we train the AI on the problems, right? On the problems, the logic to get to the answer, and then the answer. We train the AI on that. Now we would synthetic data is, okay, we have this AI that can answer all the problems. Let's make an AI that's just good at questions. Let's make an AI that's just good at answers. And let's make an AI that's just good at logic. And then have all of these Have these 3 AIs generate, like let's say for the biggest math competitions in the world, there were only 1,000 questions. Well, now we have AI that can generate the questions, logic, and answers. So now we can generate 10,000, 100,000, a million, 10 million. We have the AI generate that. And 35 fucking minutes. Holy shit. This is important info though. So yeah, that's synthetic data. Having AI train AI basically. Exponential AI. In the same way that multi-agent systems are having AI guide AI and work with AI, right? That's not it. Wait, what? I didn't have multi-agent systems in here? Oh, smart. I'll cover it later. All right. Thank God we're fucking done. Yeah, this has been the intro to the AI course of sorts. Keep watching, keep learning.